G'day guys, I'm Charlie Dixon. I play for Port Adelaide Football Club.
And it is. It'd be Charlie Dixon. Dixon has two.
In my spare time, I have a YouTube channel called Drivin Dixon, and this is my first time here at Cootamundra. My auntie and uncle have lived here for probably 15 years now, and my grandmother's in the region as well. And I've spent a lot of time at Cootamundra, and it's never lined up for me to come down here. And my uncle worked for the council, so he was basically managing this place and was the first one to sort of allow you guys onto this track. So I knew all about it, but it just never lined up for me. And I'm so pumped to be here and to be able to experience it, because I love all your videos, mate, and I've been watching them for years. So I'm just excited to be here. I started on the Gold Coast and I spent 7 years there, and then I've been with Port Adelaide for another 7 years. So been in the system for a while now and getting towards the end of it, but the cars have sort of really come in when I moved to Adelaide. The car scene down there is huge, and but yeah, I mean, only reason I can do what I can do with these things is because of football, but if I could, I'd definitely do this full time. Channel's called Drivin with Dixon. On there, I've sort of got a number of cars at the moment. This is my main one, and then I've got a HX that I'm building with a billet RB30 in it, with just a single cam. So that's my grandfather's ute. Been building that for like 6 years, so that hopefully will get going next year. And got a little BMW E30 with a 600 horsepower, 6 litre in it, which will be my little track car. And then that's sort of pretty much it. That's my stuff. And then I've got a segment called Chuck's Garage, where I get Adelaide SA cars come through and just interview them about their cars and why they're passionate about it, and what they do, and why they chose that car. And then I let them do a burnout at the shed I've got. So, and most of them do it. And I had a bloke to actually start doing hoops at my shed the last couple of nights. So and I love it. And it's just, you see the passion in these people, and I share that with them. And it's good because they want to talk about cars and not footy. So in Adelaide, it's so football, but that's sort of like my little break that I get, is go and talk about cars. Come and do events like this where no one knows who I am, and I can just sort of fly under the radar and do what I want, and not have to talk about footy. Everyone sort of comes up and talks about the car and what do you do and all this sort of stuff. And yeah, it's actually quite refreshing, because you're from Perth, so you know it's like two-team town, and like people love to hate you as well. So that's another thing, like with two teams in Adelaide. But no, this is quite refreshing to just come out and just be a normal car guy. 2003 Monaro. I've had it since 2018, still the standard LS1, where that's stroked to a 383. It's got all the Plasma Man goodies on it. Running a GDX 45 now from a 42. It's got a Power Glide with a 3800 converter. It's got a 9-inch from Castlemaine, which we've just sort of like tweaked around a little bit. It's pretty basic. It's running a Haltech 2500 with a C121 big Motec screen in it that's molded in the dash. That took a lot to get in there. Yeah, running a wild cage. That was like probably not really what I wanted, because I wanted to still put people behind them, but you definitely can't do that now. And yeah, that's about it, I think. And Paul Pavlo Motors in Adelaide, they've done pretty much all the work, all the tuning and everything like that. They've been great and get me in there whenever I need, and they tune the car up, made I think nearly 600 kilowatt at the tyres. So, but it's been together like that for about three, four years now. I've been beaten on every time. Like through the season, I don't really get to drive it, and then at the end of the season, I try to flog it, but it's sort of been good, touch wood. So you always get those people who want those big numbers and all that sort of stuff. But like this thing has just sort of worked, and like I've run a 9.3, 143 mile an hour with the old turbo, and with a bit of triggering issues, and we cleared that up. So hopefully I can get a little bit faster than that. But yeah, it's sort of been really good, and I've just enjoyed being able to sort of get in it, flog it, enjoy it, park it, and then do my day job. And then when it comes to sort of end of the season, I can get back in it and do the same thing. You see like blokes doing 10s with big powered cars, so like something like that, or even a 9 would be amazing, but like that's pretty hard to do from what I've seen on your videos. So can be done, yeah, as you say, yeah, can be done. So I'm excited just to see how I go. So I don't get that many opportunities to be able to like step on it and actually feel the power and like do a full run. So, and because Adelaide doesn't have a track at the moment, so like I got to travel wherever like Heathcote or here to go and do something. So I'm just keen to be a part of it and be a part of and see everything else, you know. Like I mean, it's always good to like do a really good time, but at the same time, I'm just here to have fun.
reason I'm here is not for an interview. I just wanted to see if you actually fit in the car.
Just, mate. I got to like take all the cushions out of the seat so I can get a helmet on in the bars. It's ridiculous, and I got to sit down like this because my head just bounces on the bars. But
I don't know how you fit in anything, mate.
Exactly.
I thought I had it difficult in a Japanese car, but this is worse.
Exactly right.
All right. Firstly, how much fun have you had? What's the hype versus the reality like at Cootamundra?
Yeah, no, I've been having a blast. Just trying to get it down is like everyone talks about it, but it's actually ridiculous. Like trying to work it down, but like having an absolute blast, and the hype's real, man. It's awesome to come out here and actually do it and see it. And there's some fast cars.
Where are your times at so far?
I've been like pretty much a bracket car, 10.6, 10.8, like, and 140 mile an hour. That's it. Won't do any more.
Mate, 10 at that mile an hour, mid-10s is actually is good. Like it's actually you're not off the pace, to be honest. Like guys are running 9.5 are doing 165 mile an hour.
Yeah, I know, that's wild. But like I don't know if I've got too much back pressure because of the bigger turbo, smaller rear housing. It just won't go past that. It should be doing more than that, and I feel like when I get to the top, it just won't go any further. So, but mate, I'm having a blast.
That's the main thing, right?
Exactly.
Awesome, man.